see how this is going. See if this shows up. Okay, well, it's live. Here, everybody joins. Just testing this out. Never done this before. Alright, run some tones. I'm trying to see if it shows up on YouTube. See, it's there. I can't see the chat. I'll do the chat. Just gonna run some cons. Like I've been doing for the last few weeks. I'm gonna set up. Figure I'm not stepping on anybody's toes tonight. Have 2 beers. I can't figure out how to see the chat. Mrs. T with the T. I can see it on my phone, but I can't see it on my TV. Do that on the TV. Because I'm running StreamYard on my phone and streaming it on my TV instead. I got down on the bottom of this bucket, thought I'd run it live and see what happens. I've been messing with this for over 2 weeks now that I have this thing set up. I'll put some flashcards up. Thanks. Yeah, I got sick of running in my tub. So I'll order a second of this. This is the first. This cracked and I put the pipe in it, but I got it all fixed. So PVC wrap. I've got an extension because I've got the full adventure sluice with this one out in the woods. Pretty cool little setup. I figured nobody's gonna jump in here anyway, but good test run. I don't know how my audio is. But looks like I got it figured out for it in the live, at least. Check, check. Yeah, I don't know how much. See that. I was hoping I could see the chat on my TV. I guess I can't. Now I'm getting down to the bottom of that bucket. I'm starting to see a lot of black sand. Yep. Hopefully, if I missed anything in my blue bowl and the other ways I've ran this, I'll find some dirt. Some gold, I should say. I figured this was the best angle so I could see what I was doing. I should pick up all those phototype rules. Nobody's going to understand what I'm doing. I'm shredding these from my compost. This is kind of my everything room. It's a little better. It's a little bright on there, huh? Turn my ring light down a little bit. Oops. Maybe I'll switch. That helps. Put on my camera, but I don't know about TV. I got one cool person hanging out. Thanks. Didn't expect to get anybody in here. I'm just playing around. Now I see how difficult it is for others. Definitely Gifford. Wish I could see the chat on my TV. I could see the chat on here, but then I got my phone. I look at it every once in a while. Just gonna run this dirt. Have some refreshments. And hopefully out of these little cones we have to just catch us some dirt, but this dirt's all good for a lot of different processes. So I wanted to rerun it, figure this setup out, get it tuned. I think I have it tuned. It's an 800-gallon pump. At least I'm not in the bathtub trying to do videos anymore. And out here in western Nebraska, if I was outside, I'd be getting eaten by mosquitoes like crazy. They're just thick. There's two people like this, right? Somebody's in there not commenting, but that's okay. What's up, GS Prospecting? What's going on, brother? Yeah. Thanks for stopping in, bro. There was a good guy to get a comment in here. Gold pan, and I can hardly see it. Thanks, man. Cool, man. Glad you guys stopped by. A couple guys, I don't know where Gold Pan's from, but I know GS Prospecting. He's up there in Washington. He's got some cool videos, man. You gotta check his stuff out. Guy's lucky. He's always on the river playing. Always got some good stuff going on. Thanks, man. We don't have fun places like that, GS, out here in Nebraska. I think I found a couple up there right on the south border of South Dakota. So I looked at some old maps, and according to the old maps, where I'm at and north of me is on a glacier run. So who knows? Who knows? I got some trout streams I found up north there that come right out of the Black Hills into Nebraska. And as far as I know, nobody's ever played up there, but it's a quick 60-mile drive for me. So I was thinking maybe me and my dog go up there for a weekend and run the Adventurous Loop because it's a small little creek, and just enjoy the weekend when it cools off a little bit here. Yeah, dude. I had some stuff set up, but that fell apart. I got a buddy that wants to go to Colorado. He's got a high anchor. He's got everything. He's got blue boys never even touched. Called me the other night, so we'll see what happens. But at least with this, I got some cons I've ran before, and I got some gold out of it. So I figured rerun it, practice it, see how the setup works. I think we're working pretty good. So I do have I do have the additional setup, so I can extend this out. Extender, and these are the legs to go on that end, so the slopes goes down. So I can run that, and then I can take the base off it, or dig down and get it in the creek. But I think I can probably work where I'm going. It's super small, super narrow. I'll be digging out a lot of grass and roots. Like I said, I don't think anybody, at least that I've known of, have tried it. So, who knows, man? And I'm right on the border of Wyoming, so I can go out to the North Platte. I go down to the South Platte. I'm about 3 hours away from Colorado, Fort Collins. I can go up in the mountains there. But first place I ever went to was up by Fox Park. With a buddy of mine that actually had he's a member of the prospecting group. That was over 15 years ago, and that's where I found my first gold and got the bug. So, thanks, bro. Yeah, I didn't either. I made me what do you call those? I made me a table, millet table. I've got a blue bowl, PA out in Pennsylvania made me a nice big sluice he sent me. I had to get the Deep V and the Miner's Moss. It's 36 by 10, so I'd really like to get the green mat for it. I contacted them about getting a second because truthfully I can't afford straight up what they've got. They sent me this second, this extender, and the Adventure Sluice with the flare on it. They're both seconds, and I can see why they call them seconds. There's some flaws in the logo. There's some flaws in some of this. But to tell you the truth, for the money, for the first setup, and just playing around, I think it was worth it. Helps them get rid of a product they probably would just throw away. Like I said, I bought the 3D printed stuff full price. I've got the Blue Bowl mat PA sent me. I'm putting that, actually I built the Ninja bucket or whatever you want to call those. I put it in there. Still playing with that. I think I need a bigger pump. And that was the other reason I wanted this, because I can stick this on the end of my banjo pan. Try both of these if I can extend it with this. Somehow I haven't gotten into that yet. But I think it'll be really cool. But I think that Ninja bucket needs at least I think it needs at least 1,100 gallon. I think that's the max I can get on the size for this tubing. So I might order one of those. But I probably need something bigger, especially if I'm going to run that big 10-inch sluice through my yard. But I don't think I'm ever going to need it with this. Because if I'm going to run out in the yard, I'm probably going to hook the Adventure Sluice up to the front of this. I played with putting this on the front of it. Doesn't work out the best, but I think, and I've got a neighbor who's got a 3D printer, so maybe we can figure something out. He's a pretty smart guy. He's built me some boat parts for my boat motor that was old and yeah, that's what I was thinking, bro. Yeah, there's some there's some places up north of there that stream comes through, but it's on private property, which is ranchers' property, and out here in the Midwest, you don't just show up on somebody's property and knock on their door very easy. I mean, you can. Hunters do it all the time, but to do something like this, they'll probably laugh at you and tell you to go have at it. But, you know, I don't want to get shot either. Yeah. I just think it'd be a good spot. My dog's never been camping in a tent. He's always been in an RV. She was my parents' dog, and then I took her. She's a little Chiweenie, so kind of got me nervous being out in the woods with a little dog. And, I'm that close to bear country, bobcats, mountain lions, coyotes. So I've been looking to buy a cheap tent. I was like, why a cheap tent? And I said, that dog's going to sleep in the tent with me. If something comes around the tent, I don't want to put a bullet hole through my $300 camping tent. You know what I mean? But I might set up a rope and bell system around the tent area. And last time I was up at that camp area, you couldn't have an open fire, so I have to take a grill where I can have a fire. I think anybody up there, I've met some guys out while I've been camping, there's places where it says don't have a fire, but if you're responsible and they see you're responsible, they're usually cool with it. Alright, bro. Thanks for stopping in, man. Peace. Yes, prospecting is always cool. Making a comment or checking in, that guy's cool. I said, if you haven't checked out his channel, you should check it out. Cool guy. I think he's up there with like MJ and some of those people. Can one of you guys at least tell me how my audio is? Because I'm not going to turn it up on my TV. I can't hear it on my side. So I just want to, I set it manually to halfway, so I'm hoping it's okay. Yeah, there's a lot of black sands down here. It's cool because I have not seen that yet. So I'm getting to the bottom of this bucket. Not seeing anything shiny, but these have been pretty packed, so cleaned it out twice. See if I can grab this. This is what I've got out of it so far, the ponds. So, I'm not like cleaning it out all the time. I just run it a few hours a day to clean around and simply trying to fine tune the setup. Thanks, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I knew that. I watched enough of your stuff, bro. I love watching when you guys are out on the river. That was really cool when that cop came out and checked on you guys. And it's been a while, I know that, but it's cool you guys were doing everything right. She chatted with you for a while. Seemed like a cool cat. this washout for a while. What's going on, Outlaw? Thanks for stopping by, bro. It's my first lot, so kind of excited, just having some fun. Run some toms. Playing with my new toy that I finally got figured out and totally set up correctly. I think GS left, bro. How you been, man? Oh, he's still here. Yeah, I can't wait to actually get out in the field where I can actually really find some stuff, man. It's been a long time since I've been out on a creek or a river and found some stuff. Doing good, man. I don't know if you're talking to me or if you're talking to GS, but we're all, I think I'm doing good. Sounds like he's doing good. I wish I could pack up and leave, but business has been slow. And everybody knows that when you run your own business, you really can't just walk away from it very easy. Can't go on vacation. So I just know I just need more people to break their screens and keep iPads. Oh boy, yes, I don't miss that. I don't have kids, but I remember that when I was a kid. Man, I can't even imagine how expensive that shit is this right now, man. It's gonna be nuts, bro. Good luck with that. I wish I listened to my dad when I was a kid. He always said, "I'll buy you Wranglers. If you want anything else, you pay the rest of the difference." Dad about took us out and beat us when we were kids and conned our mom into buying us Z Cavariccis for prom. That was nuts. Yeah, they do have cooler stuff, but you have to be careful what you buy them also. Some of that crap advertising stuff you don't want to deal with. Yeah, you should start making your own. Seems like that's the big deal. Everybody wants to make their own t-shirts. I started making t-shirts. My screen cutter is a craft cutter, so I can make goofy shirts. It's kind of fun sometimes. Oh, you're talking about prospecting stuff. Like you can buy prospecting stuff for your kids. That's cool. That's what you're talking about. Sorry, man. I'm breaking my neck trying to read this. It's all good. Kind of funny to look up and see me on a 55-inch flat screen. Yeah, I got too many t-shirts, bro. And I'm not like some people, man. I wear them out. Once they start like getting thin and they're worn and stuff, man, those are the most comfortable t-shirts in the world to me. And brand new t-shirts, they're all right, but a few years down the road, they're so much more comfortable. They're broken in, they don't have all that crap in them. Yeah, so any of you guys run any of things like this, man? Any other tips? I got my pump in a bucket that I put 200 mesh screen in, and I glued it to the outside, so it's filtering anything going into that pump to save it. But one thing I found out, I think anything beyond 200 mesh that gets in there, it's going to be right. They're waterproof, dude, but that thin shit gets right in there and eats it up. Pat, nice. Yeah, I can't do that stuff, guys. I'm in western Nebraska. I gotta take a little trip south, Colorado. Someday. I bet Nebraska's gonna be the last place on earth in America that gives you a safety meeting. But you never know. You never know. They had some legalization legislation out and stuff, and I was checking it out. And I just couldn't sign off on it, man. There was no protection for vets that have guns. There's no protection for people that have guns in their bill. I'm sorry, man. I think Colorado fixed their law over there. A lot of the vets weren't going through the legal process because they were afraid they were going to lose their guns. I got PTSD, so I understand. It's not from being in combat. I'm not a vet. I had a bad car accident. Another guy died, and it screwed me up, man. I couldn't imagine. I don't know. I got friends that are vets, man. Some of them special forces. Some of them Rangers. I know. I've thought about the whole car accident, personalization of it, compared to being in combat with somebody that you like spend a lot of time with. Yeah, it'd be really tough. It'd be really tough. I can't even keep up with you guys. Oh, you're in Missouri? I don't know. How's it in Missouri? Is it legal now? Missouri legal now? You watch any that homesteading stuff? I watch Doug and Stacy. They're in Missouri. I like their channel. They got some good stuff. Oh, it is, huh? Interesting. Missouri's too humid for me, dude. I hate it. I lived there for 9 years. I'm out here on the high plains. About, and I'll look up western Nebraska, Scottsbluff National Monument, Chimney Rock. We're right on the Oregon Trail and the Mormon Trail. So I've been trying to save up, buy me a metal detector, having scars, and he comes up in Nebraska from Colorado and finds all sorts of cool stuff. I just haven't figured out which one to get. Some people say that Simplex. They say that Metacore. I got to keep it within a budget, you know. Yeah, it's beautiful. Most people don't realize how beautiful it is out here. You know, we finally got a balloon fest going. I spent a lot of time on the 6 committees trying to get that back. There's a place called Bead Mountain out here. I want to go metal detect around because I've had friends go out there and the ants, because there's ant hills out there, and there's all sorts of Indian beads that the ants bring up that you can find out there because the Indians used to camp around the base of that bluff. It's a bluff. It's not a mountain, and they would set up their teepees, you know, and stuff. And it's about 3.5 miles south of the Platte River, North Platte River up there. And I guess that's where the natives would sit up and hang out and do their beadwork. It's up against the bluffs. They could kind of hide out. Bet there was some hunting done out here. 'Cause that's where we do our mule deer hunting. So they probably do some mule deer hunting out there. I've seen some monsters out there, man. The freaking racks the size, the width of a front of a Dodge pickup. Some monster deer out here. Or mule deer. Whitetail, not so big as Kansas, but I work for Cabela's television department. I know where the big deer are. Now, you can't say the word leash. My dog doesn't like the word. Well, I started using stroll, and she figured that one out too. My dog loves to go for a stroll. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Give me some stream time. That's gonna help me out, man. I appreciate it. They got 93 followers. I'm not all about all that. I'm all about having fun, chit chatting with you guys, and seeing what you guys got. Hopefully, with this, I can get some advice and people will give me some tips. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Probably ought to got a little bit, but one thing I learned is because I always overdo it with the jet dry, so I put it in a spray bottle and diluted it. And then I just spritz it in there so I don't get too carried away with it. I used to spray it in there, but I learned to spray it in there. And I got a couple bags. I got a couple bags on it, dude. Both benzo bags. But I wanted to make sure this thing was running right. I really should just pan those, but I'm gonna probably run one through these just to have fun with it. Yeah, that spray bottle, the nice thing about that is I figured I can take that out in the woods. bottle ain't gonna break. And those, that's a spray bottle from the gel that I use to put my screen protectors on. You guys have anybody that puts Protection Pro on around you guys, screen guys, repairmen? Look for Protection Pro. Look for the guys that put Protection Pro on. Check it out, man. It's a film. NASA uses it. Fast and the Furious uses it on all their car windows. Transformers use it in their TV shows. It's one hell of a screen protector, man. It's a film. It's not glass. So even if you break the screen, you're still going to be able to function. You're not going to get cut up. And I've actually had my phone fall off my hip with my e-bike, skid across the concrete. It wasn't gravel, it was just concrete, so there's nothing sticking up to break it, but 15 miles an hour on my e-bike, and that screen didn't break. What do you guys think? Am I letting it clean out enough? I guess with this, I'm not afraid of letting it pack up, because I know most of that fine gold, that's probably what's left is gonna be up in here. But some of you guys have more experience with these than me, so I thought I'd ask. Oop, drop some dirt. Yeah, that's about as full as I want to get it, I think. Let it clean out. What do you guys think? Cool, man. Thanks. Well, I think, don't you run micro remats out in your sluices? I think you do, don't you? I'm pretty sure you do. I guess I haven't seen any videos you do anything inside. Maybe you do. I think you can actually push these to the level. I did have to slope this a little bit more than what I thought, because I'm rerunning my cons that I just dumped back in. I didn't reclassify. These are probably 8 down. So that was kind of why I wanted to see how these run 8 down. Because if I can just take an 1/8 mesh out to do that with a bucket and run them, it'd be so much nicer when you're out in the Outlaws out. Peace, man. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Yeah, GS, man. I still haven't invested in that target shooting game. I've been looking at a couple other ones, man. Those are awesome. I can't find primers out here to reload with, so I was thinking about getting one of those just for training. The training in my house, doing my run throughs in case somebody does. You know what I mean. Yeah, my next bucket is some sand from Menards. I'm gonna see what that is. And then I've been digging out of my yard. But everything in my yard is clay, so I've been trying to sift through that and stuff. I've been digging out a spot where I put my fire pit on the dash tool with gravel. But My house was built in the 1940s, so, and where my house sits used to be the Platte River. So I'm thinking, never know, I might find some Indian heads, some arrowheads, some old coins. I haven't found anything, but I have found, amazingly enough. So I think this is kind of cool, man. I've actually found some seashells. Commando. Well, bro, sometimes they are, and sometimes you gotta let them be that way, right? I've never been married, bro, so I wouldn't know. Don't have kids. Probably not in my. Probably not in my foreseen future. But you never know. But at my age, I'm gonna find somebody that's probably too old to have kids. And that's fine. You need to find somebody that's outdoorsy, man. I'm not gonna get all political and stuff on here, so that's a factor in it too. You know? Yeah, I still have that Target game thing you saved, sent me, saved on one of my tabs on my phone. There's another one out that's for ARs and stuff, and I got an AR. Man, those are expensive. I think that setup's like $300. But you gotta think about how much it saves you in ammo. Two people hanging out. Thank you guys. Get me some stream. I don't know if you guys seen some of the stuff going on this weekend, but I had to unfollow some people. I'll play that shit. That's enough said. Getting down to the nitty gritty, guys. I got about an hour left, maybe. I'm gonna stay on here and just keep running. I got my phone plugged in, charging. I would have my other mic on or my headset. But I don't even know. I don't even know how to add people. I don't even know how to see if people want to be added. But at least I got this figured out. Yeah, GS. I'm like 3.5 hours south of Rapid City, so I can go up there. Um, Wyoming's got some cool places. There's some places I've been looking outside of Cheyenne that I think there's some gold. I'm just looking at places where nobody goes. You know what I mean? I did. I did find one speck on the North Platte River behind the zoo here when I was test running my Ninja bucket. I bought one of those copper tubes with the magnet, and you stick it in and find gold sand. It's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. I think my dog would enjoy it. She loves being outside. And you know what? Even if we don't find anything, we'll go have some fun, enjoy the outdoors, try to get my drone back up and running. It's an old drone, American made. Been playing with it a little bit. I found some drone footage of that campsite. It's called Gilbert. It's right north of Harrison. If you look on the maps, it's right below South Dakota, right on the edge of Wyoming. There's a little wilderness area up there. I can't foresee anybody else going out there because if I do find gold, it's going to be minute. But it'll still be cool. If I can find my new gold 60 miles away and take off on a Friday afternoon, come home on a Sunday afternoon and play around a little bit, it'd be cool as hell. Oh, all this is some pay dirt, and then some of this is from Wyoming by Fox Park. I don't know if you've ever looked at Fox Park on the map. Some guys gave me a bunch of black sands up there when I went up there the first time. They were really cool, man. First time I'd ever gone gold prospecting. I told my dad I never felt more American in my life because everybody had a firearm on them, and it wasn't to protect themselves from other people, it was for the wildlife. And we all sat around later on at night. And everybody ran their ponds like this, and drank beer, and shot the shit. I mean, it was a good community. It's crazy. Sad to say that the guy that took me up there was a vet, and took his life a few years ago. But I wish he was still around because he would see some of this crazy stuff. He'd be damn. Yeah, he was teaching me how to find diamonds. So he's kind of teaching me how to find diamonds. He believes there are diamonds in Wyoming. You know, I've watched some of the videos and researched some of that. I believe he's true. He wasn't lying. Right, bro. Just had an old high school buddy do it this weekend. I've got friends that have done that. I can count them on two hands now. It's pretty sad. And I have that for a reason. I'm a survivor myself, bro. So I'm glad I went out and got help. Yeah, this world's an ugly place, man. At least we can go out and do this stuff and be around nature. And for the most part, good people, seems like. Unfortunately, there's bad apples in every group, right? Going an hour or no. Doing all right. Appreciate you guys for stopping in, hanging out, watching my boring feed. tell you what, I love how these things. I love how these maps work, man. It's phenomenal. I researched them a few years ago, and I just never could afford it. I was too busy with boats and doing other things. And now that I got back into it, I'm not gonna lie, man. Yeah, bro. Best you don't, though, man. Think about where you'd be if you were in them streets. You better be in a river. Better be on the stream looking for gold than in a street, bro. Proud of you, man. Proud of you. Bet your life's happy too. Think about how bad that life is, man. I've lived in California. I've lived in Omaha. I've lived in some bad places, man. Ran with some bad people too. Don't need that shit anymore. Yeah, it's pretty scary when you're living in a neighborhood and you hear boom, 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 boom. And then they reload and you hear boom, 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 boom. And about 10 minutes later, you hear sirens. And then they want us to give up our guns. Yeah, right. Not happening, bro. Yeah, man, I'm kind of a lone wolf out here. Not very many people. There's nobody out here that does this, other than one guy that I know of. He keeps talking about, oh, I got all this equipment. I got all this equipment. I'm like, it's all old, bro. Just teasing him. I'd like to see his high banker. I've been over his house. He showed me all the stuff. It's all in the garage. He's also into super hot peppers too, like I am. So he grows some super hots. Actually, he's the one that pushed me to the next level. Now I outgrow him. It's kind of funny. Not great at eating them. Getting better. So GS, have you ever prospect with the MJ? She seems like a cool gal. I know she was going through a hard time there with her kids or her nephews. That's what was going on. And that's one of those things, man. You got a group of people, it seems like, that care about each other, and then there's another group of people that just care about themselves. It's kind of hard to get through all that when you're not in person. Yeah, that Miller table, it took me almost 6 months to build. Nice. Yeah, she seems like a cool gal. Seems like she's got a heart of gold. So did you go down to that camping trip? I saw that camping trip you guys. Well, I don't know if you went to, but it looked like a lot of guys. We went down to, I think, the Yuba River or whatever. Yeah, I wish I was into this stuff when I lived in California. It'd be awesome. I'll probably come back with gold. I don't have a lot of gold, but oh, you didn't? Yeah, I'd like to save up and go on one of those trips, man. Man, it's crazy. So all that black sand is hanging out in the big loops. And about, there's still some in here, but all the way down to here. And here they're watching out. And that's the real reason I'm running this, trying to learn it. As you can see, I got a shim, I got some rubber matting underneath. The PVC pipe's not perfect, man. Because you never know how you got those pipes cut and stuff and how they're in there. So you got to do a little adjustment, but I think I got this tuned out. I got my bolts pump in that container with that mesh on it in a bucket. So even the dirt that gets out of here goes down and drops. I think I got it figured out somewhat on how to clean stuff out. And I finally got me some of these bad boys. Yeah, so do I, man. I just don't know if I could take my dog. She's a little bit of a bitch. She's only 15 pounds, but she thinks she's 180 pounds. How about Matt? I had a mastiff run in my yard, dude. She freaking stood on her hind legs and bit him right in the snoot. It was freaking hilarious to have on security camera footage. Yeah, she's a fearless little dog. I don't know if you've seen her in any of my videos, dude, but she's a cool cat. She's not a fighter, she's a lover. And I just thought that was kind of crazy she did that. Yeah, the other thing I did was I finally bought this sorry, there's toilet paper rolls in this. This is this stuff to be shredded and go into my compost. But this thing has been a lifesaver for me to use this and pan indoors, you know. Found that at the feed store for like $14. And I like the fact that it has handles so I can carry it in and out of the bathroom and fill it up and drain it. And unfortunately, they only had yellow and pink. Pink's not my color. A pocket bully. You talking about a little dog? She don't like coming in here. She doesn't like loud noises, and I thought that this setup, I'd be able to run dirt, and watch TV, and she don't want nothing to do with it. It's kind of funny. Pocket boy, that's funny. I'm gonna call her my pocket boy. What What kind of dog is that? That's my pocket bully. Where'd you hear that from? My buddy in Washington called my dog a pocket bully. Sorry, that's some funny shit, man. Yeah, this stuff's been ran so many times. I think it's about time to put it in with my garden dirt. Maybe save a little bit of it. Maybe save a little bit of it for when I get more people and if I ever get to that level where I do a prize or something. I don't know, man. I like getting on other people's channels. Seems like it's pretty cool. That's why I did this late. I was in backyard prospecting for a while. Yeah, we had a pit bull when I was a kid, man, and not a big fan of pit bulls. 6-month-old purebred pit bull bit my brother right across the face. I'd never been abused, never been harmed. Everybody says, "Oh, it's from abuse and this and that." And I've been around some pit bulls that are the most docile dogs in the world. I don't think it's in the breeding. I think it's in the temperament of the actual individual dog, just like any other breed. I watched my dad put a hammer through the skull of a Doberman Pinscher. That about ate my skull off when I was a kid. I've had good experiences and bad experiences with dogs. Always be a dog person, though. So how's the lighting on your guys' end? Is it okay? I'm blowing out on my TV. My phone looks fine. And I didn't adjust any of that. I just left it go. My favorite dog is a boxer. I had a boxer when I was a kid. That's temperament. It seemed like play with my older brother, and my older brother walking around, and I would adjust to play to my level, and then my little brother would come out and would adjust right away to play with his level. But she kept sneaking out, and I was mowing the lawn one day, and she came home with a busted jaw, and the vet said she got hit with a baseball bat, a car, or a shovel. And we decided to take it to my uncle's up north, out on the farm, and that box was 9 coyotes hung by the throat. She was a mean bitch, but she was fucking good with people. I know, I'm not trying to like monetize this. Okay. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I respect everybody that loves the pit bulls, but I just had bad experience with them. That was when I was 9 years old. My little brother was 7 and he got bit in the face. And my dad had to pry that jaw open. And I was the third person that dog had bit. So I will not tell you the demise of that dog because you probably will not like to hear about it. That's cool. The best in breed, huh? Yeah, this dog that I have now ended up being my. It's just supposed to be a house setting deal, but right about the time they diagnosed me with PTSD and they had me on a bunch of stupid meds, I couldn't sleep. Once I got the dog, I could sleep fine. So I told my folks, I'm keeping the dog and getting rid of the meds. And he's been here almost 3 years now. Doesn't bark or do any craziness until somebody knocks on the door or tries to get in the house. Wow. So you still running the streets with the wife and the dog. Yeah, I got you, dog. All good. Sometimes we just have to learn. I've been there. And the streets myself. When I was a kid. I didn't do it when I was an adult. While out here, I guess it's a little different. Everybody likes to go out and heavy drink. Now that I found a little fam, I kind of stay home and enjoy my beers and stay out of trouble. Over there's my reloading station. TV's over there. And you can see some of my bike. I got a bike hanging there. Wish I could find somebody that knows Kemp over here that trains. I used to train in Omaha like that. Closest place I have is Omaha or Denver that I can find. So, there's a lot of boxing and jiu-jitsu around here, but I prefer the Chinese boxing. So one thing I have noticed, I mean, out of this second, is there's some problems on the edges, some bubble holes, which I don't know. I've seen the same thing with the U-ball mat. It wasn't a second. So I would just figure that sand's going to get in there and fill it in. I don't see a problem with that, really. And then there's a couple of the riffle things. They're not like perfect, but a river's not perfect. I don't know. I haven't had any issues with it. And there's some flaws here that you don't see in the perfect mats that you see. And there's a little bit of shit. They, I think he charged me $15 for that. $15 for the other one. $32 for both. Can't go wrong, right? Right, bro. I think you're the only one left in here. I'm gonna go do a spinny break. So what are you and your wife up to tonight, GS? Hopefully it's not watching my dumb ass. I'm gonna figure out a better way of doing this. This sucks. That you guys are that bored? You better take a safety break and go to the bedroom. Just kidding, bro. I wish I could have a safety meeting. There's nobody else live on your end? That's nuts. Well, I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate your humor. I do love watching your channel, bro. I do watch it. I don't comment all the time. I probably should. And I gotta say something that you probably realize. You've been in trouble. You know where this fork's from. Used to work in the jail. Jail fork. And yes, I will admit, I've also been an occupant. Always, bro. That's what this is about. Ain't about the negativity that's been happening over the last weekend. I'm over all that shit. Yeah, I figured. Yeah. We've all eaten off one. I always thought it was going to be a joke if I used this to see if anybody realized what it was. That's the funny part. I'm thinking I need to cut the teeth off this one though, so I can scrape inside. Man, it'll be awesome if I find a little bit of gold in this. I ran it through my I ran it through the Dream app on the Blue Bowl and didn't find nothing. Then I reran it through the Blue Bowl, didn't find nothing. Then I ran it through the Miller table I built, didn't find nothing. Then I reran it and did it differently with the Blue Bowl. And it was that wiry gold that tumbles down the Miller table that showed up. And I found a good couple chunks. I was shocked. I was shocked. Yeah, proud of you, dude. Yeah, same here. Yeah, same here. I think what scared the shit out of me is the first time I had a gun put in my face. That put an end to it real quick. I was running around with my cousin. He was doing some really bad shit. All I wanted was a bag of herbs, you know what I mean? And I was in full swing of my martial arts skill set back then. I sat there for about 45 seconds. 45 seconds thinking about how I was going to take that gun away from him and kick his ass. And then I realized it dawned on me his buddy's standing right there. He's probably got one too. So it was a pointless situation. I found him, just talked my way out of it, got my bag of herbs, and got the fuck out. Well, that was like, shit, that was late 90s. Yeah, I don't play in that game anymore. Down to the bottom of the barrel, bro. Bottom of the whoa. Bottom of the barrel. Let that clean out a bit. Oh, I just turned it off. Shit. Oh, I knocked off the freaking negative cable. Yeah. I have a janky little setup for the cables. It's a battery box for outdoors. Yeah, the problem with everything that I got out in the yard is it's all clay. So I'm trying to figure out how to deal with that. I don't know if I can run clay through this. I classified some of it down to a negative 70, 8, and 50. Those are the three I have. I finally got that 70 because of the blue bowl. Some people say I need 100, but someday, man. And I appreciate it, man. You're the only one hanging out. I don't know if I've ever seen you go live or do anything this long. So definitely pay you back. Well, if there's gold in her, this is where she's gonna be, right? Right. I don't know if I'm gonna pan it out tonight. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow night. I don't know who's got lives tomorrow. It's kind of why I did after. I mean, the backyard prospect. I was on his stream for a while. He ended it. I figure later in the evening's alright. Some people don't do lives. Anybody's still up, hanging out. You know, I'm in Nebraska, so I'm in the middle of the country. You're on the West Coast. East Coast guys are probably in bed. Pick it up, check it out. 20, 30 minutes. That'd be cool, but it is what it is, right? Cool. Yeah. I get it. You're probably bouncing around. I don't blame you. I do that too. Got that room for good. I just felt like having a couple of beers and running some dirt. After I left, why not try going live? Because at this point, it's not important that anybody shows up. But then again, you never know what happens. You never know. Wow, you can't do prospecting without showing a little bit of gold, right? You never know when you're gonna find a little bit of that. Oops, my bad. A little gold pouring, nothing wrong with a little gold pouring, right, bro? I think that's 0.1038 grams. Last time I measured. Yeah, that's a little mix of Canadian gold, Eastern gold, Wyoming gold. I think that's where it's all from. Oh no, wait a minute. The Wyoming gold's in my vault. The stuff I found before I started doing this YouTube stuff is in a different spot. That is one thing I did was separate that and started a new vial. I tried to do a new vial for Nebraska, but since it was only one spec, I just tossed it in with this. I think most of that gold is benzos. To tell you the truth. Benzos, Mark Miller. I think those are the two bags. I have to go look at my bags. I still have my bags in my bedroom on my dresser. I think those are the two bags. I don't think I've gotten any bags from anybody else. I did win on Can Do's on Friday, so I got some silver coming. It's a coin. JP, what's up, bro? Thanks for stopping in, man. I really appreciate it. I know it's late. It's my first fucking. I popped my cherry, bro. Running my cons. As you can see, I finally got my setup running right. I think. I'm having a little fun. Drinking some beers. Not interfering with JP Mons and Moore's bar on Saturday night. Or anybody else's I think of. That's why I did it tonight after somebody else's live stream. Thought I would try doing live. Oh, we got three. I don't know who's in here now. Got JP. Let's see. GS is still in here. I don't know who else is in here, but yeah, I'm just trying to have some fun and run out all my cons and make sure I'm running this thing right. Hopefully, I find some old gold that I didn't catch. And as you can see, JP, I didn't shade it. Still here. still contemplating. It was like, don't do it. Maybe I need to make my own channel, GS, and call it Prison Spoon Prospecting. At least you and me would get the humor, right? Eh, that's alright. That'll work. It's not one of those people I blocked this weekend, so it doesn't matter. Done with those people. Learned a hard lesson. It is what it is, right? Thanks, JP. JP's a good guy. If you haven't been over to JP's, I'm pretty sure GS has been. I'm pretty sure the lurker's probably been here. Who's the lurker? Who's the lurker? I don't know. I don't know how to find it. I'm not worried about it. I'm just glad some of you guys stopped in. Like I said, it's my first live. I'm just hanging out, having a few beers, running my cons. I thought I would play with StreamYard. Since I'm getting down to the nitty gritty, I think I'm going to let it run for a while. If you guys think I should still feed it, let me know. Think it's fed enough for a while, let me know. I know JP has the same setup. He's probably more of an expert than I am with this, so thought I'd ask. Man, you guys are cool, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I had some great potential with some people to go do some stuff, but I'm not gonna. Look at all that. Look at all that false gold, fake gold right there, man. Man, I remember when you used to see that. You get a gold woody. Yeah, it's just right there on that. It's just that's false gold, and that's what I hate about shit lighting inside. That's why I got this big ass ring light. Is that stuff? I used to freak out about it. Now I don't freak out. If I see it in here, I gotta dump it and panic. Man, and I cleaned out. I use magnets and all sorts of stuff to clean out all these black sands. I just can't leave them all. Right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. There, right there, right there. Still some up in here, which makes me happy because there's black sands up in here, and there's gold in this. It's getting pushed down in there. That's my thought. I can't because of this tub. I got it on the outside in this tub, JP. So I did my angle as best I could. That's why I have these two splashes outside each other. And I think I'm running, I would double check. This is about an 11.5 angle. It's running a little fast, I know, for most people what they thought, but when I do it up here, it says 9. When I do it down here, it says 11. So I think this is also a second, so I'm thinking that there's some, I don't know. I haven't ran anything like this, a real bag or anything like that yet. This is all con, so like I said, I still got these 2 bags. This is my door prize from the Christmas party at Benzo's, and this is the Benzo bag. And I gotta save this one because, well, you already know the agreement with if Can-Do is gonna be agreeable with that. That's our joke. I owe this bag to Can-Do if Michigan beats Nebraska. And if Michigan beats Nebraska beats Michigan. I don't know. We never shook on it. You know, it was just a joke on YouTube. But football fans love to talk shit. Okay, and now I gotta keep up with this. No, they didn't have levels. I don't know what you mean by levels. He didn't send instructions or anything. And actually, like I told you, dude, this piece cracked when I put my pipe in, and it said 3/4 inch pipe, and I just tapped it in with the rubber mallet and it split. So my neighbor that does 3D printing told me to super glue it, which everybody says super glue is going to break. So it seems to be holding for now. I haven't messaged them. I think I'm going to message them. I don't want to put out a video that knocks their product because I think their product is superior to a lot of things. And once I sanded it up, that's the only thing I think they should tell everybody is test your tube and sand it out. Sand the pipe, and sand inside the tube, and make sure it slides, and then I silicone it in. Oh, spin the pan. Well, I have it towards the riffles going this way, so it catches anything. My other pan's out in the garage because it was full too. And I didn't realize it was. Yeah, it's getting full. Yeah, I got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's pretty cool though. And then I take the pans out since it's 100 degrees out, 2 days. So I got 2 of these. They dry out. I dump them in my dump pan and I dump bucket. Because I know sooner or later if I start getting to the point where I get some I'll send some stuff out. Hey, hold on just a second because I know that JP knows about this, but I do hot sauces, and I just bought this on my trip for a wedding, and this is the Maple Mayhem. I don't know if you've ever done the General hot sauces, but this is maple syrup with habanero. So I'll be sampling this in one of my videos, and then when these are empty, it was JP that actually I think said the idea was these would be awesome. I'll keep one for myself, but these would be awesome for catered like send outs. And I don't know if you've ever, if you're GS, if you're into hot sauces, dude, this stuff is good shit. So now I have 4 jars. And I found a mega jar. It's like a mega jar at this gas station in Laramie. It's like $20 for the hot sauce in the jar. But I should have bought it. Alright. Down the nitty-gritty. That's all I got left. Like I said, anybody just got in here new, I see a couple people jump in, somebody jumped out. Ah, shit. Somebody jumped out. Tips, suggestions, all welcome. Took me a while to get this setup going. It's not like a still pretty much an amateur. A little spilling, but I think I got some of it figured out. So, I'm one of those people that realize there's some guy out there that's got 10, 20 years experience, and I got what, a little bit. He's probably always got some more to teach. I got a lot more to learn. I'm squirting it out with a squirt bottle. Pretty well cleaned out. Prison spoon gone. Still wish I could see the chat on my TV. I gotta figure that out when I do live. It would make it a lot more easy. A lot easier. I think I dumped some dirt in my beer. Do I get a new one? I got something to show JP if JP's still on there. Well, JP, they're not a lot, but they're hot. My my reapers are kicking out. And this isn't in a big pot. This is only in a 2.5 gallon pot. And it's producing some pretty decent pods. I mean, they're not huge, but it'll make some good salsa. It's for the pan. I'm gonna let this run. It's like 4 people in here. I'm not seeing anybody chat. I can't see who's in here or not. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. My first live. We're just messing around, fucking around, I should say. If you don't get offended by foul language, I don't care if it gets monetized since it's my first. Glad you guys stopped in. I had my little GS. I think I said it to JP. I was trying to do it after everybody else has gone live, so I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. Just having some fun. Learning how to go live. Got the live figured out. Got it on my TV. Haven't figured out how to watch the live chat on my TV for some reason. But emptied out that bucket. I will be adding it to these cons that I ran from the first part of that bucket. There's some black sands in there. This dirt's all been ran several times, so if I find any gold, I'll be impressed. But not, I won't be too disappointed because that means I did things right the first 6 times. And 4 people in here kicking it. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Guys, gals, I don't know. There might be some gals in here. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is the 800 gallon, is this sufficient? It seems sufficient. I just thought it needed more angle. That's why I was looking more angle. Yeah, I can't put my phone on there. That's what I use for my angle. I know I'm level this way. That's why there's a shim here, and I've got this rubber matting underneath it. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a bitch to get this thing set up right with the PVC pipe because everything moves. But I wanted it to be packable and movable. And with the extension, I can put the micro mat, the top on, take this off, put the extender on. I was trying to figure out, I might have to talk to them about something like this to go on the other one. Or take this to my neighbor and see if he can 3D print something without this, but it has extenders that come out and sits into the flare. But I don't know how it would sit into that flare and stay there. I like how this goes underneath. The problem with it is the water goes underneath and drips. So that's the other reason that this plastic, this rubber mat, silicone mat is really good because it's sitting underneath about to here, and it's dripping water back into this and not into this. This is dry now. So it did eliminate some other small problems. I did try putting a green scouring pad in here to the for the water flow at one point to see how that worked. I didn't like it. It's gone. This is straight out. I think the reason that I did that and the problem I had is I had that pipe too far in. It needs to. You don't need it in there very far. And this one I glued in. This is glued in. It's not coming out. So, and I did quick connects. This quick connect goes to my quick connect on my Blue Bowl. Quick connect goes to my Ninja bucket. But I think for the Ninja bucket, the way I have it set up, 800 gallons perfect for this. And the Blue Bowl by itself, but I think the Ninja bucket, I'm going to have to step it up quite a bit for water flow. With the green mat in it, going down into the banjo pan, and then the banjo pan will run through these. That's my initial idea of the setup. I haven't set that all the way up yet. I actually have, and I tried it. It run real well because the pump's not big enough. So, and I was running clay out of my dirt. It wasn't nice dirt like this that had been classified down to 8 tenths mesh. And the first thing I did out of the banjo pan was I had built this. And I took the banjo pan mat and put it in here. And actually, this isn't a bad idea. I didn't even think about this. You guys can't see it, but when I'm not running on camera, I might do this. That will eliminate all the splashing. Not a bad fucking idea, don't you think? But for the purposes of YouTube, I want people to see what I'm doing so they can tell me if I'm doing something wrong. Well, I'm going to let this clean out a little bit. What do you guys think? How long should I let it clean out? I'm thinking when it's loaded, I can let it run for a while. I don't think it's going to wash any gold out. I'm about ready to go take a skinny break. GS and me hung out for about an hour before I took my first skinny break. I'm going to see this. I appreciate GS Prospector for showing up and hanging out with me. Him and his wife. Appreciate JP for showing up, sharing, and both of you guys sharing it out. There's somebody else in here. Bring it all the way back. Forget anybody? Occasional Outlaw is in here. I want to thank him too. At the very beginning. I Miss T and the T. appreciate you guys coming in here. Not sure if everybody's in here or if she's still in here again. But I don't want to exclude anybody. Thanks, bro. Yeah. Appreciate it. Having fun. Like I said, I'm alone around here in western Nebraska that doesn't do this stuff. I shouldn't say doesn't, but only one that does this stuff other than a friend of mine, but he doesn't do the YouTube stuff. He's just kind of wants to go out and find gold and stay quiet. So that's cool. He's got a place in Colorado he wants to take me one of these weekends. We're going to go. He's not going to be quiet then because I'm going to take my big camera and we're going to do some filming. If he doesn't like it, then I'll leave the big camera home. He'll take me where he goes. It's not private. It's not paid. And I don't think he's going to care if I go out there and film. I think his big deal is he would not like me to tell anybody where I'm at. That would be the only thing. I'm fine with it. Nobody needs to know I'm at. But he doesn't have any cool little tiny setups. I mean, like, that was the cool part about this is the tiny setups. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it about dump time, or should I just let it roll? Time to clean it out? Alright. I'm going to run for a minute. I'll do a spinny break. GS Prospecting says clean it out. Clean pan. Run a little bit longer, bro. A little bit longer. Alright, he says clean. Let me have a smoke. Give it a smoke. You guys can all have a safety meeting. I'll have a smoke. Sound good? Yes, safety meeting. I'm having a smoke. I gotta get this big valve out. I made a mistake. I'm only buying one big one and one small one. I don't know about you guys, but I did learn one thing last time I cleaned the ring mat out. It wasn't as easy as it looks. Oops. that's like a freak ejaculation there, wasn't it? Yeah. Figured GS has got a sense of humor. He seems like a funny guy. I like the guy. Never chatted with him on the live. I just hit him up once in a while on his YouTube channel. He's out on the river, having a good time with his buddies, talking to the cops. But he teaches. He's taught me a lot. I learned a lot from him where he's at. What those guys do out there in Washington. Last time I was in Washington, I was in Tacoma, and my buddy was a special forces. And I was riding my bicycle with his buddies between the Army base and the Air Force base. And I got a flat tire, and they all took off to go get my buddy to come back with his pickup. Little did I know, now on this side, it was Special Forces Air Force, on this side, Special Forces Rangers. And I'm walking along on his bike. We just come off the Air Force Base, the Humvee trails, mountain biking, and I heard all sorts of gunfire. And he came around the corner, and I'm laying flat on my belly with the bike next to me, and he was busting his ass up, laughing. And I'm like, there's gunfire all over this place now. He's like, dude, they can't fire towards the road. They all got a good laugh on me. Then they took me to eat Thai food. Ordered me Thai hot food. I said, how hot do you want it? I said, hot as you can get it. That's hot shit, man. Good times out there in Washington. Got my nose pierced. Went in to get a tattoo, and the guy wouldn't give me a tattoo because he said I was from western Nebraska and I was from a small town, and I was out in the middle of nowhere and didn't know what I was doing. I was from the middle of nowhere and didn't know what I was doing. Actually, what I wanted was this pierced. I wouldn't do it. Big old biker guy. I guess that's one of the most painful piercings out there. I'm glad he didn't, because I don't even wear the piercing anymore. I was a punk kid. There she goes. Anybody got any tips on cleaning this thing? Because it does not clean out as easy as you think. These little cells, like, holy shit. I'll just run it down a little bit. So I'm trying to keep it straight as I can. See that black sand right there? It's almost like it's stuck in the mat. Maybe on some of the claws. I don't know. Not gonna complain. $15. it's just not cleaning out like everybody shows it does. Sorry, I'm right-handed. Flop some of this in there. Now, a lot of this stuff's not cleaned out. Just leave the chat, see if anybody's got suggestions on why I'm doing it wrong. Put these in there. I'm going to tune the chat. I do appreciate everybody in here hanging out. It means a lot for a guy that's just starting out in the gold prospecting. I mean, I've been around it for a while, but I guess you could say I'm just relearning. And I love you guys that have been teaching me as I go. Learn a little bit about who to trust, who not to trust in the last week. Been a hard lesson. Thought I was going to make some money with the guy. That's not going to happen. That's okay. Better learn now than later, right? It is my channel, so I can talk all the shit I want to. Pretty sure they're talking shit about me, so. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I think it's just you. I don't know who else is lurking. Maybe somebody's just running it in the background, so I get some time, which is cool. I appreciate that. Still not going to talk about what happened, but just in case that other person is. Oh shit, dude! Look, fucking cracked all this shit right there. You see that? What the fuck? I guess I'm gonna have to. Wow. That sucks. No, there's somebody else lurking, dude. I'm not gonna prospect on who it is, but I shouldn't say who it is, but That sucks. That's pretty well cleaned out. There's a lot of black sands all the way up. That sucks. That's a big old crack. And that's not from me, that's from this. Alright, I don't know who's in here, but what do you guys think, man? That's a big old crack. That's not for me. That thing was only just hanging out. As you guys have seen, watch this one live. It's never been outside but once, and that was not there. And hopefully they'll replace it. If they don't, I don't know what to think. Some big rocks in there. I think I got most of it out. There's still some black sands in there. Really weird. I'll show you that. How those didn't rinse out. But like I said, this is a second, so I don't know what they'll come back with that. It's very disappointing. Like I said, I'm not gonna diss on them, but this pipe was 3/4 inch pipe, like it said, to put in there and it cracked. And super glue it all up. Check this out. Still think I need to rinse it. Yes, the can in the pan. Oh, it's on. If there's anything left in this thing, it's gonna be super small. can be a little awkward to do it at this angle. There's no gold in this. Well, I'll clean it up, but there's definitely, this is going to go in the black sands jar. Not seeing anything. But there's still some heavies right there. And I'm not good at small stuff, so with these small stuff. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do the best I can. See what I want. Shit. Nada. So, sit down on the side. There's also still some people in here. Ah, MJ showed up. Thanks, MJ. Appreciate it. Let's just squash it all. Right? Get this one out of the way too. Set that off to the side. Well, I'm gonna put it up here. The dog will play. There's nothing. Nice. Yeah. You still panning it? Sorry, MJ, you haven't been in here. I'm doing this on my phone. It's my first live. I'm struggling a little bit. Can't see anything on my TV like I thought I could. That's got to set for a bit. So, well, at least I know that my stuff's cleaned out. Thanks for jumping in here for my first live, MJ. I appreciate it. All right. Gonna be a little unorthodox panning because of the angles that I'm gonna do for you guys to see. I wasn't planning on panning, but since there's other people that are joining, I thought That's down to where we can do a little bit of finishing. I'll try to do this a little bit faster than last time. Start the swirl. Like I said, all of this has been washed like a few times. The test run on getting that setup running right. And again, none, Sam. All of that dirt, I'm gonna hope is clean can be. So, not trying to disappoint anybody. That's fun. Got to chit chat with some of you guys that thankfully showed me some love. Appreciate it. I'm gonna put that all in one pan so I can dry it up. Put it in my jar for when I create my own jars someday in the future. And I appreciate you guys coming in, man. And oh, as we say in Nebraska, remember to throw the bones. Love you guys. Thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, MJ. MJ, I gotta get on your thing and send you an email. I want some of those stickers. I need to come up with a name and some stickers. I've never done that. I was joking with GS Prospecting here because I've been using a prison spoon as my scoop as a joke. I said maybe I should make my prospecting channel prison scoop panning and separate it from this, but I kind of like having everything together, you know, my peppers and oh, we dropped you. Oh, you know, yeah, I dropped myself. Sorry. So, yeah, thanks guys for joining. I appreciate it. I don't know who else is in here lurking. I got MJ, I got GS. I thought was gonna drop out because he was gonna hang out with his wife. And I appreciate you guys. I mean, 2 hours and 26 minutes on my first live with two people that I don't know who they were. I know GS was one. I don't know who the other one was. I know JP showed up. Only Pans showed up. Appreciate it. And you guys all have a good night. PA's, well, I shouldn't say PA, even though my first name's Paul and last name's Anthony. So I always say that and don't want to get confused with PA prospecting. But thank you guys. Appreciate it. West Coast showed up. East Coast showed up.
And I appreciate you guys from central Nebraska. Well, western Nebraska. I appreciate you guys. I'm out.